Law and Order, SVU made the biggest mistake of its long run with Benson, Mariska Hargitay, and it is not the type of error that can be repaired. Benson has been the heart of the procedural since its 1999 premiere. Many of Law and Order, SVU's best episodes involve Benson's efforts to support and empower sexual assault survivors. In the last few seasons, Benson has overcome several challenges as the new head of the Special Victims Unit. Benson's Law and Order, SVU team was short-staffed for a long time, and she butted heads with Deputy Chief McGrath before he was forced to resign. Benson's status as captain also creates logistical challenges for Law and Order, SVU. SVU made Benson a captain in Season 15 after Cragen's forced retirement. This was a significant change to the procedural's dynamic. Law and Order, SVU Peyton standing next to Cragen and they both look annoyed. For the first 15 seasons, Don Cragen, Dan Florek, was the captain of the Special Victims Unit while Benson was a detective who worked under him. This setup led naturally to a formula for most episodes in which Benson and Stabler, or another detective once Stabler left, did the initial investigation and Cragen instructed them on their next steps. However, in real life, the NYPD mandate's retirement is between 62 and 65. Law and Order, SVU wrote this storyline into Season 21. Cragen thus left the unit and Benson was promoted to captain, becoming the new team leader. This change created a shift in Law and Order, SVU's dynamic that did not work as well as intended. Benson's new job mandates her to work from her office more, which is limiting. Some of her involvement in cases is unrealistic. Logically, there was no one better to lead the Special Victims team than Benson. The procedural could have brought someone new in, but that might have felt like a betrayal of Benson's long years of service. However, promoting her put Law and Order, SVU in a bind it can't escape. Since Benson is the captain, realistically, she needs to stay in the office rather than conduct investigations herself, but doing so contradicts the show's core premise. Law and Order, SVU is more than a procedural, its focus is on supporting real-life survivors. Benson's empathy and ability to empower survivors while leading investigations are central to the series' theme. Thus, she cannot simply stay in the squad room. However, it is unrealistic for Benson to act like a detective rather than a supervisor, so having her be in the field all the time isn't a viable option. How Law and Order, SVU could have moved Benson's story without creating a problem. It would have been better for her to be someone else's second-in-command. Mariska Hargitay as Olivia Benson and Charlene Woodard as Sister Peg in Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. When Cragen first left the Law and Order, SVU cast, Benson was second-in-command to Declan Murphy, but that didn't last long. Murphy was an undercover agent, so he soon needed to depart the unit permanently, leaving Benson in charge. This allowed Benson to become a lieutenant and then a captain to assume command of the unit. One way Law and Order, SVU could have avoided the logistical problems associated with Benson becoming the leader of the unit would have been to keep Murphy in the series for a longer period. Conversely, Murphy could have been recurring so that Benson sometimes had to stay in the office. Benson taking charge allowed Law and Order, SVU to put a woman in a leadership position at the unit, which is likely why Murphy didn't stay for long. However, it would have been a stronger arc if Benson had gradually moved into that position and became the full leader in the series' final episode. Now, the show is stuck with this dynamic. As a survivor herself, Benson's ability to connect with victims of heinous crimes has always been her most important trait. Law and Order, SVU cannot set her up to operate like Cragen because that would limit her ability to highlight why she has been such an effective member of the Special Victims Unit for decades.